Congrats for hanging with this. You have made it to the final day, day 5 of the Freedom from Self-Doubt 5-Day Challenge. And today is Take Action. Let's do a little recap of what we've done days 1 through 4. We identified the self-doubt voice and where it comes from. We released the past or let it go. We are in progress fighting gremlins. We built an arsenal of your truth. We defined what you really want. And we created a priority funnel. And now it's time to test it all out. And I love this classic Marie Forleo quote, "Clarity comes from engagement, not thought." Let's talk about this global plan to tie it all together. Now, in day 4, we talked about setting priorities and some action steps to support you realizing that vision for what you want in your life, right? The opposite of self-doubt, what you want more of, the direction you want to go in. And now we're bringing in this total action plan to move you with lasting results away from self-doubt into the confidence that you want in your life, this new direction. So to take action, you're going to need an action plan, structured observation, tracking, tools, reflection, and evaluation. So let's break that down into 3 steps here. Number 1, what's your action plan? You've got to decide what will you commit to doing. Okay, and these are some activities that we have gone through in this challenge, and I want you to decide on what are you going to put into place. Are you going to use the daily release bowl, which, by the way, is when you come home from work, it's a container or a bowl, we've got some paper next to it, and you're writing down some things that were just emotionally charging throughout the day, something negative you're holding on to, and you write it down, you put it in that container, and it is off your shoulders, out of your head, and you can move on peacefully with the rest of your day. You've got the gremlin versus truth activity, evidence log, positive mantra, talisman, goals and priorities, the vision board, and of course, getting some support. Step 2, what tools will you need? Well, there's a lot of things that you could create for yourself here. Let's talk about these options. Creating a spreadsheet to contain the evidence, your observations of the action you're going to be taking. You could also put it in a Word document. You're probably going to be doing some writing, so having a journal would be wonderful. Some people like a binder, maybe some craft material, a container or a bowl if you're going to do the release activity, some Post-it notes, for example. Buy and organize. Have these all in one place. Then set everything up. Write it down, print it, title it, assemble it, build it. Make sure they're operational. Schedule when you're going to make the entries or take action, because we all know if you don't put it on your schedule, it's not real. It's probably not going to happen. So make sure you look in your calendar and you schedule when you're going to take action on these, say, 2 or 3 things that you decided you want to do. Another thing you can do is write yourself a letter about how you want to feel or what you want to have 6 or 12 months from now. And you could do it for both 6 and then 12 months. And then mail yourself a letter, or you could do it electronically and trigger your email to send it to yourself. But sometimes that helps kind of getting everything out and then reminding yourself later. Book a peaceful time and a place to reflect and evaluate. I know it is busy and we push this off and say, I don't have time to reflect and write down. There's 100 other things to do. I know it is very difficult to do. Put it in your schedule. Choose a time when it's not going to be the height of your busyness, your busy time of the year. Book a peaceful time and a place. Reflect on all that you've been engaging in and evaluate how it's turned out for you. Step 3. What's the evidence? Because the ultimate goal here is to generate a positive outcome. And any outcome that you have is going to be positive and that you're learning from it. It's helping you move forward. But we want to see a positive outcome. Let's test something out and say, oh, it wasn't that bad. This person actually responded better than I thought. That's going to generate evidence. And the more and more evidence and truth that you have, the quieter those self-doubt gremlins will become. So how to do this? Observe and write it down. You can have all sorts of little tracking activities, whatever's easier for you in that journal, in that spreadsheet. Have a place where you're observing You're recognizing what's going on during the day and you're writing it down. You're capturing it. Then process it. Go back and think, okay, what did I learn here? What's my note to self? And how do I feel about it? Assess the outcome. Was it positive? Was it negative? What happened here? And how was it compared to what your expectations were going into it? Dwell on the good results and all you've accomplished. Because we get stuck, remember, in that deficit side, that shadow side, thinking about, okay, well, we got to protect ourselves. We got to survive here. It's too easy to stay there. Instead, recognize that you have built so many accomplishments. You are awesome, and you've got evidence now that helps you see that. Dwell in that, the magnitude of those good results. And then let your confidence rise as you stand on the foundation of powerful evidence. Take that all in and see how that feels. It's pretty awesome. And I want to leave you with this. Taking action drains the self-doubt bucket and then refills it with new evidence, your positive truth. Okay, so we're taking all this action. Every action you take is going to poke a hole in this bucket and whoosh, the self-doubt is coming out. And instead, we're fixing that. We're plugging the holes and we are refilling it with solid, concrete, new evidence. And that is the weight of your truth. And that's what I want you to take with you. That's what I want to see you have, is that confidence rising. Okay. I hope this challenge was helpful. I'd love your feedback, and I'll be sending out a survey to get some thoughts on that. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in the Career Mavericks Facebook group. Thank you.